Investment decision. Today we will start unit number 3, investment decision. First of all, we try to understand the meaning of investment, okay, and then we go for the investment decisions. So, any idea about the investment? आप क्या समझते हो इन्वेस्टमेंट किसे कहते हैं? Nishit, Shahil, you may unmute yourself to answer the question. Jalak, Rupali, Vats, Neville. Urva, Rahil, Shahil. Any idea about the investment? To invest in a shares and debentures or in a bank, okay, that is right. But invest मतलब क्या? Investment मतलब क्या? आपने जो explanation दिया वही सही है. But मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि investment का basic meaning क्या है? Put money in a bank to invest our savings so that we can increase our money value. Okay. Okay. Let me explain. Okay. Investment means transfer of money from one place, from one wallet, from one account to another account. It is a transfer of money from one wallet, one bank account, one account to another account. Okay, where the money get some return. Where the money get some return, or in the other language, investment means putting your extra or surplus money somewhere which give you some benefits. ओके आपके पास जो भी सरप्लस एक्स्ट्रा अमाउंट है उसको कहीं पे ट्रांसफ़र करना, कहीं पे जिसको हम कहते हैं रखना, कहीं पे यूज़ करना, जैसे कि वो मनी पे कुछ रिटर्न मिले. आर वी क्लियर अबाउट दिस बेसिक idea about the investment? The term investment is clear? Okay, it's a transfer of money from one person to another person, from one company to another company, from one account to another account, when money gets some return. अगर आपके वॉलेट में 5,000 रुपीज़ रहेंगे तो आपको कुछ भी रिटर्न नहीं देगा, लेकिन यही 5,000 अगर आप बैंक में जाके और 1 year FD कर दोगे तो कुछ रिटर्न मिलेगा आफ्टर 1 year. So this is called as investment. Okay, now let's take one example to understand the investment decision. Suppose right now all of us have 20 lakh rupees. All of have 20 lakh rupees. Also you and also me. Now, can you tell me in which we can invest this 20 lakh rupees? Which you prefer? आप 20 लाख रुपीस को कहाँ पे प्रेफर करोगे इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए? कौन सा सोर्स, कौन सा बैंक, कौन सा मीडियम? Okay, in a shares, it means in a share market, in a bank as a FD or in a mutual fund. Okay, stock market, very good. इसके अलावा only these three or two options are there. Yes, you can buy any property. Here property means real assets. Okay, any other ways? One is stock market, share market. Number two is bank. Number 3 is mutual fund. Number 4 is real estate. Then after, yes, gold, very good. Then after, SIPs, okay, mutual fund and SIPs, real estates, forex, stocks, very good, Kashyap. So if you number out the options, okay, first option bank, second option share market, third option real estate, fourth option gold, fifth option mutual fund. Now, suppose sixth option is post office. Are we clear about these 6 options? या तो आप बैंक में इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो, या तो शेयर मार्केट में, या तो फिर रियल इस्टेट यानी कोई प्रॉपर्टीज परचेज कर सकते हो, या फिर आप गोल्ड में इन्वेस्टमेंट कर सकते हो, या फिर म्यूचुअल फंड में, या फिर पोस्ट ऑफिस में आप उसकी एफडी करवा सकते हो. नाउ यू टेल मी, आउट ऑफ दिस 6 ऑप्शंस which will you prefer and why? Out of this all the options, which option you will prefer to invest this 20 lakh rupees and why? Okay, Kashyap said real estate. Why, beta? Nishit says stock market. The reason is very clear that high return. Okay, shares because we get more profit in small time. Okay. Rest of peoples. Dev, Ginny, Akash, Purva, Tanisha. Jalak. Yes, you can diversify your investment also. Okay. So, all my dear students, whenever we have some surplus money, we are going to invest that money somewhere. But before making that investment, we are thinking about 2 or 3 parameters. Okay, that I find it out from your replies. Number 1 is return, number 2 is risk, and number 3 is time. Okay, so before making any investment, before transferring the amount from your account to any other account, you think about these 3 parameters: risk, return, and time. Are we clear? बैकग्राउंड क्लियर हो गया. हम यहाँ पे क्या करने वाले हैं? हम इन्वेस्टमेंट करने वाले हैं, not for a personal investment, but this investments, it means a company's forms or companies types of organizations investments. कंपनी किस तरह से इन्वेस्टमेंट्स करती है, that we need to think. Okay, are you aware about the Balaji Wafers Private Limited? Yes. Where the factory of the company is there? In Rajkot somewhere. राजकोट में बालाजी की एक फैक्ट्री है. कहाँ पे है? इन मेटोडा. ओके, ऑन कालावर रोड बिफोर द मेटोडा, राइट. समथिंग कॉल्ड विजड़ी वावडी गांव, ऐसा कुछ गांव का नाम है. विजड़ी और वावड़ी, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द एग्जैक्ट नेम. यस, okay, yes, Vaudi, nearby Vaudi गांव. Okay, now try to understand this entire unit. Okay, now suppose this factory in Rajkot. Now Balaji Private Limited have more sales in suppose other state in Rajasthan or other state in Maharashtra. Suppose these 2 states are there in which the wafers are selling more. okay, as compared to other state. Now, and the management of the companies are thinking about to establish a new plant either in Rajasthan or either in Maharashtra because the firm has limited amount to invest. Because Balaji Wafers Limited have limited amount to invest. So now company need to decide that which place is more suitable for the establishing a new factory, either a Rajasthan or either a Maharashtra. That depend upon so many factors, but here our point is limit to this only that if we have some limited amount to invest, where should we invest? Which option is better for us, that we are going to discuss in this entire unit with a practical question. Are we clear about the background? हम ये पूरे यूनिट में क्या करने वाले हैं वो क्लियर हो गया. We are going to make a investment decisions for a companies, okay, by calculating some practical questions. So let's understand number one by one. Okay. Budget. It is estimate of income and expenditure for a set of time. So budget is a one statement that represents the future incomes and incomes. Here budget is not important, but the second one is very, very important for all of you. Capital budgeting. Capital budgeting means it is a process of preparing budget for capital. It is the process of preparing capital budget or budget for capital, or in other terms, you can see here the process of taking decisions as to which assets should be purchased, how to spend a funds for this purpose is called capital budgeting. Okay, so here investment decision or a capital budgeting, both are same and both are saying that it is a process of decision making that where our funds we will invest, we will spend. Are we clear about this? Capital budgeting or investment decision means what? It is a process of spending the money towards a particular assets or towards a purchase of assets for establishing a new factories, establishing a new projects. According to the I.M. Pandey, capital budgeting decision may be defined as the firm decision to invest their current funds most efficiently in long-run activities in anticipation of an expected flow of future benefits over a series of years. Now let's understand this entire definition. Okay. In small parts, capital budgeting decisions may be defined as the firm decisions to invest its current funds. What is it about? It is about making a decisions. Decision about what? About the investment. Investment of which it means current fund. Current means the current money that you have in your hand. Most efficiently means which give you a maximum benefit in a long run activities. In a long run activities means purchasing some fixed assets, establishing some future factories, or making some investments in long run projects in anticipation of expected flow of future benefits. We are not making investments to help a society, to help the poor peoples, or for the betterment of the society. Why we are investing our monies? To get some future benefits. Here, future benefits means to get some more return over a period of time. So if I explain in a simple way that capital budgeting is a decision making process in which the firms, companies are making the decisions where companies should invest their funds so that company can get a future benefit over a period of time. Are we clear? कैपिटल बजटिंग और इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन एक ऐसी प्रोसेस है जहां पे कंपनीज है वो अपना जो करंट फंड है, करंट अमाउंट है, वो किसी प्रोजेक्ट पे, किसी फ्यूचर इवेंट्स पे, असेट्स पे, फैक्ट्रीज पे इन्वेस्टमेंट करता है. Second definition is not that much of important. Now directly moving for the next one. Okay. Process of capital budgeting or process of investment decision. In summer book, you will find process of decision making. In investment activities and investment decisions, process of capital budgeting. This both the titles are appropriate. Both the titles are same. There are 5 steps. Okay, in a process of capital budgeting, in a process of investment decision, there are 5 steps. Step number 1, project generation. Here project generation means to know the opportunity. First thing that you need to do is you need to identify the opportunity, that which opportunity is available right now and which will give you a maximum benefit. Suppose I will give you the 6 options: share market, gold, real estate, mutual funds, bank, FD. Now you need to decide right now which one is better for you, that you need to identify. Are we clear about the step number 1? इसी तरह से कंपनी जब भी इन्वेस्टमेंट का डिसीजन लेगा वो सबसे पहले क्या करेगा कि जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज अवेलेबल है उसको पहले क्लियर करेगा. नंबर 2, प्रोजेक्ट एवेल्युएशन. It means evaluate the opportunity. That we will discuss later on with a practical question how the project evaluation is done. Okay, so I'm not going for explanation, but for project evaluations we have some techniques. By using that techniques, we will get some answers, and that answer tell us that which project, which plan is better for the company. And then after, step number 3, project selection. Company select the best project out of all the projects. Okay, जैसे मैंने आपको 6 options दिए. Now you need to select any more, any specific one or two opportunity. First, what we have done, we have identified the opportunities. So we have identified 6 opportunities. Now we have calculated some evaluation criteria. Then after calculating or completing the evaluation criteria, now we are in a position, we are in a stage that we can select any one investment opportunities. Number 4, project executions. Okay, scarce resources are used. It means now we are going to making some investments. And number 5, follow up, make a periodical value. If I have invested 5 lakh rupees in a FD in the last year, now after 1 year I again take some follow up and check the balance, that whether the interest is credited or not. If it is credited, then how many? If it is not credited, then why? So simply again explain that project generation means identify the opportunity. Project evaluation, evaluating the various opportunities. Project selection, we select any one best option for us. Number 4, project education, it means we are making the investment. And number 5, follow up. Now we will take follow up कि हमने जो अमाउंट लगाया था उसमें से कितना रिटर्न मिला है. Are we clear about this entire process? See, this entire process is not the part of your syllabus. Okay, this process is not part of syllabus, but our practical questions and other discussions are depend upon this process. So that's why I have explained. And in the second point, if you say that some yellow lights are there, so project evaluation and evaluate opportunity, this is important for a practical questions. All the practical questions are the part of second stage of process of capital budgeting. Are we clear up to this? Everyone? यहाँ तक आप मेरे साथ हो? Okay. Before going for the further discussion, because now we have practical questions, just one more thing which is not written here. Okay. When it's come to an investment, some questions may be asked in a 1 mark question or MCQ, that how many types of investments are there? Generally, how many types of investments are there? So Do you have any idea that how many types of investments are there? Yes, here all. No. Okay. No, 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 no. Mutual fund bonds are right, but any other idea? See, number one, from the point of view of time, if the investment is less than for 1 year, it is considered a short-term investment. If the investment is more than 1 year, then it is considered as long-term investment. Are we clear? First type clear है investment का. If it is less than 1 year, okay, suppose I invested money in one bank for next 6 months, it is considered a short term. But if I invested same money for 6 years, it is considered as long term investment. Second, from the point of view of risk free and risky. Risk free means FD and RD and post office. There is no risk. And risky means share market, equity shares, and preference shares. Are we clear about these criteria? Okay. Other types of investments are there. जैसे आप बोल रहे थे कि सर bonds, real estates, share markets, all this again are the types of investments. और जनरली जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है वो कुछ इस तरह से होता है, ओके, कि based on the time, how many types of investments are there? So mainly we have two investment, short term and long term. Okay, based on risk we have two, risk free and risky, or some authors said three: low risk, medium risk, and more risk. No risk means bank FDs and bonds and post office. Medium risk means mutual funds and SIPs, and high risk means share market, real estate, gold, all this. Okay, this is only for your information. But now write down this title in your book. This is very, very, very important for a practical question and for unit number 3. Techniques of investment evaluation or capital budgeting techniques. Title done? Everyone, title done? Capital budgeting technique or investment evaluation techniques. A capital budgeting technique means a technique which is used to evaluate the investments. If I have 20 lakh rupees, first I evaluate if I invest in FD, I will get this return and risk is there. If I invest in post office, this is the return and this is the risk. This is the time period required to get that amount. This is the share market. The risk is more, return is more, time period is less. So that all the factors I will consider here in capital budgeting techniques. Now in capital budgeting techniques, we have two different types of techniques. Number one is traditional techniques and number one is modern techniques. Number two is modern techniques. Traditional techniques are also known as non-discounted techniques. Non-discounted techniques and Modern techniques are also known as discounting case flow techniques or discounted case flow technique. In a traditional technique, we have three: payback period, accounting rate of return, and discounted payback period. In discounting case flow, discounted case flow technique, we have NPV, net present value, PI, profitability index method, and IRR, internal rate of return. These six methods are there that we are going to study in this unit with a practical question. So, are you ready for the first method? Hello, everyone. Are you ready? Or else we will continue this practical questions from next unit, next session. Are you sure? Now, opinion is your to continue from the next class. Okay, no issue. So we will start a practical question.